This is so bougie. I love the name, the palace. How did they come up with those names? The palace is right next to the bar stool. Hi guys, it's me, Elaina. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial of my take on a fall look. And I'm going to be doing swatches and discussion of this beautiful palette, Everchanging by Focallure. So all these colors, I'm going to be doing swatches and talking about the quality and also the brushes, all of which I got on Aliexpress. I love my cheap hauls. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like, and ring that notification bell because I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 11 AM Pacific time. So let's get right into the video. So let's get into the palette first. I love Focallure brand. So my first order was the Sunrise palette. I ordered it directly from Focallure website. And I think I ordered the highlight and I think that's it. And it was amazing, really good quality. So now I was looking for more Focallure, but this time I went to Aliexpress. And my cheap soul just rejoiced. I saw cheaper prices. I mean, you can get the same palette from Focallure and probably get it quicker. From Aliexpress, took like 2-3 weeks, I would say. So on Aliexpress, let me get into my notes. And that was $7.61. That was the sale price, whatever that means. It looks like it's still going for the same price. It's a store and it's not a Focallure official store. I don't think so. Maybe it is, but I think it shows that another name. So you can just type in search and I can put the link in the description. But this is the Everchanging Focallure palette. It has shimmers and it's got mattes. It got 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers. I think it's just enough because it's a 14-pound palette. It looks like this. It came in the same box. It looks just like the front of the palette. And to me, it reminds me of that ABH palette that nobody liked. Is it Subculture? If it's not, I'm gonna mention it in description, but I've seen the pictures, I don't own it, and I remember everybody was bitching about it for some reason. So this is a look. I love it. This is amazing. This palette is great. So I've got this color, this color, this color, this color. I've got gold. I've got a little bit of this in my line, and I've got a little bit of white like here just to lighten up around my nose area because I have deep set eyes, so I like to put light powder or shadow. So I love this. This is real nice. Again, on Focallure website it's about $11. On Aliexpress it was about $7. So let's just watch this real quick. The top row is Salt. The next one is Warm, Season, and Glow on 4 fingers. This, and this. So 2 of them are mattes and 2 of them are shimmers. And I'm gonna put stamps, the timestamps, because if you guys don't want to see all of that, you can just fast forward to the look. So here's swatches. I'm not good at swatches, usually I suck at it. So I don't know how it's gonna come out. So the green one is kind of a dual chrome. The white one you can't even see, but it's pigmented. I just suck at swatches, I'm telling you. I just can't swatches to save my life. Let me get a paper towel. I like to wipe it off right away, don't get a mess. So the next one, next 3 is Fall, Leaves, and Mystery, though mattes. Beautiful mattes, Fall, Leaves, and Mystery. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, I think this came out a little better. Alright, my swatches always come out patchy, but believe me, on eyelids, they don't come out patchy. I just suck at this, honestly. I always fail. I don't know how those people do nice swatches. I can't do a swatch to save my life, but I can do this look and I never have any problems. You know why? Because your fingers are not brushes and your arm doesn't have concealer or any base on it. It's not the same. But for the sake of the swatches, let's continue with this funny game. I got a little stain. So next we got Honey, Laser, Walnut, and the Palace. Honey, Laser, Walnut, and the Palace. So the Laser, that's my favorite. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me use other fingers because I really stained my other hand. And I can't find my makeup wipes, as usual. Alright, so here. So now you can see, but when I put them on my arm, they really don't come out good. I don't swatch well, I'm telling you. The palette is good, but my swatches are awful. Swatches. So this one I can barely see, but it's a traditional shade. So it's more of my skin tone. And now the last 3, I've got Barstool, Sunset, and Mist. How do they come up with these names? I don't know. Barstool, Sunset, and Mist. And the Sunset is another shimmer. I haven't tried that shimmer yet, but it looks very, very promising. 1, 2, and 3. So this one I used today. And it's very pigmented and it's not patchy. And of course, the swatch comes out patchy. I suck at this. How many times did I say I suck at this? But here. So, yeah, the shimmer, I don't see it much, but in real life, it really looks nice. So that's the swatches of the palette. It came with a brush. And again, as I'm going to discuss it later, as I'm doing tutorial, the brush is not the best, but the palette is amazing. So for the brushes that I bought in the same order, not in the same seller, but the same order. So they have a bunch of sellers. You just have to look at the reviews because it's like eBay, on Amazon, on Aliexpress. You have to see what people got there. So the seller I did like, let me see. It's this one, and more, ANMOR, makeup brushes set 12 pieces. And the funny thing, they put this into the plastic bag, and outside of the plastic bag, they throw in a little spoolie. Like, really? It's like a special gift just for me. Thank you. I have no eyebrow hairs. Why do I need this? I'm just being silly. Anyway, so these are the brushes. These are good. They're really, really, really good. So I used a lot of this today. I still need to wash them. I use this too for blending. I use this for the crease, I think, and then this for under my low lash line. All of this are nice. This one for the highlight. I never use fan brush for the highlight, but I used this time. Amazing. And this one is $3 and something, 40 cents, something like that. And now we got the ugly duckling of the group. So this one is 10-piece silver golden makeup brushes. So this one I picked the pink color and it looks a little cheap. I mean, they're all cheap. This one is like $3.67 for 10 pieces. And it's supposed to, I don't know, I hope it's screenshot, but it looks like this. I don't know. I should probably insert the better picture. But in reality, it looks like this. I mean, nothing wrong with this. These are okay. They look a little wonky. See how lopsided they are because they're in plastic packaging and they got a little bent, but the blend, they're all right. Again, small ones, real wonky. Look at that. I'm just having fun with this. This one, just great. Inner corner highlight. I just did it today. It worked. This, however, this is okay too. I don't know what these are supposed to be. They're too small to be face brushes. I mean, I guess I could do contour with some of them, but they're like too small to do anything else with them. So I don't know, maybe I'll use for a contour. I haven't used them yet. I tried to use this for the foundation, one of these, and I just don't like brushes for my foundation, period. It just looks tricky. What I love is my Juno sponge. This sucker works. It does not take the foundation in, and it just distributes well, it blends well. I don't use anything else. So that's it for the brushes and the palette. All great buy except for a few pink brushes. So if you guys are interested in cheap haul, I'm going to link down below all 3 items so you can check them out. I would say pink ones I would not recommend, but the gray ones, these, they're real good. And each brush says what it is for. So if you really want to know, it actually has a name. Like this one says short shader brush. It looks like this. And it has crease brush, and it even has this weird brush like this. I thought it was damaged in the package, but it's not. It's supposed to look like this. I'm such an idiot. This is a liner. It's like a, you know, you do all the art with it, so I haven't used it yet, but that's that. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching for the tutorial of this look, and we're gonna get right into it. I'm talking too much. Isn't it a pretty look? I think we'll go out like this. One side on, one side off. Okay, so I did all my face makeup, all affordable, inexpensive drugstore products like Maybelline, CoverGirl, the concealers, the setting powders, all cheap, except for the mascara. On this eye, I've got Thrive mascara. That's the only expensive thing. And I've got my inner corner highlight already by Ofra. This one, this is my go-to highlighter, Star Island. I keep forgetting the name every single time. So this is like a fall look I came up with because we're all doing fall looks. So here's my palette. So in previous clip you saw me doing swatches and talking about colors. They're pretty. My first time going at it. So I used the brush that came with it, and I also used my other Aliexpress whole brushes. So this is the brush that came with it, as I showed you before. It's kind of average. I would say it's on the side of cheap. I see a little uneven hairs here, but other than that, it's good. So we're going in the color Barstool. Barstool, okay. The purple. And I'll try not to speak too much so it doesn't get too long. So as usual, I try to place the color first. I got CoverGirl concealer as my base. So let's go into this outer corner and just place it in. So I like to do this instead of blending right away because you want to build the color and build the pigmentation. So these eyeshadows, I love Focallure. That's my second palette, so I know quality is going to be good. It's very pigmented and the color blends very well. It kind of like blends out easily without creating patches. So that's perfect. So I'm going one by one. So if you want to create bold colors, blend it together. You don't want to blend it all out. So you don't go with purple all over the lid. You want just a little bit where you want to place it, outer corner. And then I'm going to with this set of brushes that came with Aliexpress set. Again, it's a little wonky looking, but it blends really well. So this actually, what I like about these brushes, I mean, you can use whichever way you want, but it does tell you what it is for. And this one says eye crease brush. I don't know if you can tell. Say, there you go. It's eye crease brush. So I'm going in with this bright orange, and it's called Fall. It's perfect. So that's it. It's like a bright orangey red burnt color. So again, slightly patted because it's very pigmented. And place it right next to purple. Yeah, it's more red than orange, I would say. Again, blends right into the purple easily. So now we can connect this together. And instead of just patting in, now we can connect purple and like a burnt orange red. In the pan, it looks more orange. On the eye, it kind of looks more red. So I just love how easily this blend. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Anastasia Beverly Hills, the palette that nobody liked. I forgot the name of it, but I saw the pictures of it. I don't own it, but it kind of reminds me by the looks of that palette. So I don't know. I don't know if it's dupe, but is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? So it kind of looks like a bad palette. So it blends so well. All right, now next brush, I'm going to go with the same brush from the same set from Aliexpress, and this one says blending brush. Convenient. So now I'm going to True Orange, the Palace. This is so bougie. I love the name, the Palace. How did they come up with those names? The Palace is right next to the bar stool. Alright, so I'm going orange, and I'm going right above the red and the purple. So this orange is lighter, so it's a great blending shade. You know, sometimes those kind of shades, they kind of get patchy and stick and become too bright. And this one is just right. It's pigmented, but it doesn't get too overwhelming. So you can really blend it out. So here you want to spend time and really blend into the existing highlight. Because I got the highlight already by Ofra Highlight, now I can blend the matte into the highlight. And now we're getting some blend in here. Yeah, they're cheap brushes, but they really work well. I'm not mad at them. I mean, for like 3 something, you get 15 brushes. It's ridiculous. And the quality is pretty good. Go in between all of the colors now. You blend. So I want to smoke out the purple like I did on this side. So I'm gonna go into the outer corner, and I'm going to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And I'll go with the orange on top of that and blend it in. So I like to go right under to kind of connect them together first. Usually I do that, and then I do the shimmer. I'll do shimmer and the low lash line. Most people I've seen that do the low lash line last, but for me it's like, you know, what's the difference? So I like to do is to take small brush. It's kind of a narrow, like a pencil eyeliner. It's not a pencil brush, but you know what I mean. It's very flat. So I'm gonna go with the same purple bar stool and connect. So on the other eye, I ended up smoking it out with a darker tone, because I really want to create this real smoke smoky lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with the same brush. I'm just messy like that. I'll take the same brush without cleaning it and I'll dip it into another eyeshadow. That's how I do it. No, I mean, it's gonna work. I'm not touching anybody else's eye, just mine. All right, so this is mist, and that's like a brown, like a real dark brown. Oh, I remember the name of Anastasia Beverly Hills, Subculture. I think that's the one that nobody liked, right? I don't know. I don't own any of those bougie expensive palettes. So if you have any fallout, you can use any bigger brush to brush it off. Like this cheap set of brushes I got on Aliexpress has a bunch of kind of, I would say these are kind of useless because they're too small to be face brushes and too big to be eye brushes. So like a concealer, I don't like to use brushes for a concealer. For me, brushes always give me streaks. I tried. I hated it. I just used the fingers. Your fingers are the best blending tool. And the small sponge like this. This is a good one. So brush off the excess. And then you can go in with a little wedge. And like clean up. Because your lid's already set. So it shouldn't be sticking. So now my favorite part, the shimmer. The shimmer is everything. The other thing is, on the finger, it's soft, but it's not very visible. I mean, it doesn't come out as blinding as I want it to be. So I like to put some concealer in and sort of a half-cut crease. So I'll use the same CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. Take a little bit on my wrist, and I'll use the old brush that I feel like I can waste it for this purpose. So it's a real thin, skinny brush I can cut crease with. Again, as usual, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I don't like to cut crease because, I mean, look at my eyes. I have deep set eyes. All I have is freaking crease. So for me, it's not as necessary, but to just create a stickier base, this is a great tool. So you just cut the crease. You know the trick, you look up and you see where your concealer landed. So that's where you're gonna have your crease. I like to go a little above that line. So it gives you a little bit bigger eyelid look. It looks like you really have bug eyes. I love the bug eye look. No, seriously, it really makes your eyes look bigger when you cut the crease a little up higher. The higher than your natural crease line. And that gives you a bigger eye look. Okay, sort of did what I wanted it to do. And now I'm going back to Focallure brush. Again, I don't really like this. I don't know if you can see. There's like little hairs sticking out. I mean, a couple of them. I mean, it's a cheap palette, but it's a beautiful palette. But the brush is like, eh. So I'm gonna go in, and it's a little powdery. You see? It kind of like goes all over a little bit. So I'm using my inexpensive drugstore bought spray. So the Wet n Wild Focus Rose. This one. It smells amazing. and it's good for this kind of purpose. Right, now I can really load it up. What do you guys think about Focallure? Do you own any? I think I'm getting into Focallure stuff. I'm expecting another blush, no highlighter, in the mail, but that one is taking a snail mail route. So that one might take a few more weeks. But when it comes from Aliexpress, it usually takes longer. If you order from Focallure directly, it doesn't take as long. But I was feeling cheap, so I went to Aliexpress and I got it cheaper. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm such a cheapskate. I love Aliexpress though. Get a lot of good stuff. Sometimes not that good, but they have reviews and they have the sales numbers, so you can look at how many sales they had, just like eBay or Amazon, so you can see if the seller is trustworthy. See that? I love this. I'm like freaking out. Ah! Okay, so now I'm taking, where is the orange? That light orange color, light, kind of medium. And I'm gonna marry it together with the purple and gold shimmer, just to blend this all together. What I found also, guys, I don't know if you noticed, this phone has a very good camera, but when you do a close-up like this, it kind of distorts the image. So I recently stopped doing that. I spoke with a professional photographer and I googled some stuff, and they say do not use zoom on camera phones. So maybe I'll buy the attachment lens on the phone, so it's gonna be a little better. But if I zoom in, it just looks very wonky, so I'm gonna zoom in, but not like a lot. So those lenses are like 30 to $20, and a real pro camera would be like $400 or $500. I just can't do the camera right now. So you see, now we blend in the yellow and the orange and start to look real nice. Now I can go back and forth with all the purples and burgundies and really buff it in. Also, I want to use another shimmer, which I did in the other eye, the glow, this one. It's like a coppery gold. And I'll place this on the same small brush into the inner corner half of my lash line, right here. See, now it shimmers. I got a little bit of gold there and orange. Now I'm gonna go back with the other flat brush and I'll add some more brown to really make it smoky. And make sure it really gives that a little smoky grungy look. A little orange. Because why not? Marry all the colors together. Again, you can go back to the same cosmetic sponge and clean it up. I like the blown out lash line, but I don't like it too blown out. He's not home now. I've been waiting for him to come back. He's getting trained for a new job at the training center. So that's taking like 4 weeks. I'm getting bored here. I love LA. We just moved to LA. But it's been like 2.5 weeks. Come on, man. I want my man back. But for the pilot job, You have to take those long ass trainings, and it takes weeks to get trained on a new plane. So he's probably getting home, should be getting home at the end of the month. At least I don't need him as an assistant anymore, because he used to assist me with the setup. Now I know how to do it myself. All the lights and stuff. I really, really like this look. This palette is amazing, just amazing. For $7 something, just beautiful. Okay, so let me do the eyeliner, my Thrive mascara, the eyelashes by Kiss. These are the cheap ones from Amazon. And I'll do the finished look, and I'll be right back. So I finished everything. I did the eyelashes, the eyeliner, and I did a little bit of graphic eyeliner. I used the same eyeliner that came in a BoxyCharm. I was gonna do a BoxyCharm video because I just subscribed to it, but it was kind of a fail. I deleted all the files because I really hated the palette came with it, the Amazonian Clay Tarte palette. It smells amazing, but it's all browns and it was so muddy and so not interesting. I did a tutorial, I looked at it, I'm like, nope. But the eyeliner I love. It's Hank and Henry, slick with it. So this is a really nice slick tip. So it's really easy to make a line. So I did the graphic line, and I did kind of like under my eyes as well to get it a little more of a more grungy look, I guess. So how do you like this? Let me know how you like the palette. I really love this. The quality is amazing. The brushes, some of them are great, some of them are okay. The pink ones, they're kind of on the cheap quality. For $3, the whole set, what do you expect? But these are really good. Actually, they're very soft, the quality is good, the blend easy, so no complaints about this. And of course, the highlight is the Focallure Everchanging palette. It even has a mirror. That's real nice. I love this palette. So guys, comment below what you think about the palette, what you think about the look, my fall look, take on the fall look. And let me know if you own any of this one and any others. So comment, like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring notification bell. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at around 11 AM Pacific time. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!